Thank you. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm Elizabeth Sayers, and I'm a professor of music theory in the College of Fine Arts as the Ohio University's executive vice president and provost. And I have the privilege of bestowing distinguished professor, and I'm going to keep saying that because it is a big deal, Professor Gladys Bailin Stern's honorary degree. Honorary degrees, which have been bestowed since the Middle Ages, are awarded to individuals who have achieved distinction in scholarship, creative activities, professional pursuits, business, government, civic affairs, or in service to Ohio University. The first woman to be selected by her peers as an Ohio University distinguished professor, Professor Emerita Bailin Stern, also was recognized by students as a university professor. Her award-winning choreography was supported by 4 fellowships from the National Endowment for the Arts. As you've already heard and seen this afternoon, distinguished Professor Emerita Bailin Stern has led a bold and fearless life, creating a lasting impact on generations of audiences, colleagues, and especially her students. Here to introduce to you Ohio University's newest honorary degree recipient is the chair of Ohio University's Board of Trustees, Peggy Viehweger.
It's such an honor to be here and to see what you've done for our school. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Whereas the University Committee on Honorary Degrees has recommended that Ohio University honor Gladys Bailin Stern through the conferral of the honorary degree Doctor of Fine Arts. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ohio University approves the degree recommended to be conferred. Gladys Bailin Stern was a professional dancer and pioneer of American modern dance. She taught in the School of Dance from 1972 to 2018, serving as a distinguished professor of dance and the director of the School of Dance. Her leadership and vision helped to galvanize dance as a field of study and led the Ohio University School of Dance to national prominence, distinguishing it as one of the first choreography-based dance major programs in the U.S. Throughout her career, Bailin Stern has made a profound difference through her service, commitment, and dedication to teaching and dance. She taught generations of dancers, imparting deep knowledge of modern technique, choreographic principles, and professional practices. She also brought in countless guest artists and professional companies to train and work with students. She also established 2 scholarships to the School of Dance at Ohio University, the Endowed Bailin Stern Award and the Bailin Stern Summer Dance Institute Award. She has also maintained a local impact. She has sustained an ongoing commitment to the region and has made meaningful contributions to the Kennedy Museum of Art and other local organizations. Bailin Stern, as a pioneer and visionary in the field of dance, has made a significant contribution nationally and internationally, and has routinely demonstrated her ongoing commitment to generations of dancers and to Ohio University. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Sayers and Chair Viehweger, for being here to celebrate Gladys with us. Honorary degrees are typically presented at the university spring commencement, and they usually take about 3 minutes. And they wave from the platform, and that's it. And when Gladys was notified that she was a recipient, she said, "I don't want that. I don't want to be with all those people. I don't want to wear all of the garb. I just want something small. I want something intimate. I want something focused on dance, and I want something with my people." And it is not lost on us, as you heard in the documentary, that we are here at the Friday time, 3 to 5, that Gladys instituted decades ago. So in honoring Gladys's wishes, that's why we are all here. It's lovely that it worked out that we could watch the documentary film to frame the experience before we move to the celebration. And again, thank you to colleagues Kate Mason and Teresa Randall for such a lovely film that guaranteed we could continue to hear Gladys's voice and know her contributions for years to come. I'm Christy Campermore. I'm an assistant professor in the School of Dance, and I should have grabbed all my Kleenex because I can never make it through anything without crying. But throughout the process of the School of Dance nominating Gladys for an honorary degree, we kept it secret from Gladys for almost 2 years that we were even doing the process. And then we learned that she was gonna be a recipient. And then the news media, we posted on social media and articles went out, and we started to hear from literally dozens and dozens and dozens of people who said how deserving and how amazing and how we wish we could be there to honor Gladys. And so in putting together today's program, we thought it would be most appropriate if the people that could not be here had a way to personalize the experience through their voice. So we collected some of the comments, the letters, the personal notes. Some people sitting in this room are alumni, former colleagues, wrote letters of support for her nomination. We wanted to personalize what people have said about Gladys and why she's so deserving of this honor. So we've heard from professional dancers and choreographers working around the world whose companies are making some of the most innovative work in the field. They have been inspired and influenced by Gladys's legacy, and they shared comments with us like, Gladys has lived a life of gorgeous art. She has made accessible to all that art, and it has been fueled by her deep love of every moment of dance education and dance creation. She is a treasure and a force of nature. David Dorfman. Another comment from a professional choreographer with the company said, Gladys has always been so welcoming. I have spent hours with her discussing dance history, creative research, and current trends in the field. Spending time in the presence of this living legend who still displays such commitment and curiosity into her 90s continues to be the highlight of my professional career. Gladys has been and still is a true dance pioneer, a fearless visionary who is part of a generation of forward and thinking and doing women who have made our cherished modern dance the important art form it is today. The School of Dance, we've also heard from Gladys's dance education colleagues, many of whom are in the room today, who have been or still are working in or stewarding many of the forward-thinking college dance programs in the United States. Reflecting on Gladys's contributions in shaping dance study in the academy and building Ohio University School of Dance to national prominence, as you've heard, they've reflected with comments like, Gladys Bailin worked to grow a dance department in Athens, Ohio, against all odds. Against the fabric of higher education carrying traits of distrust around the arts, soft skills, women leadership, and the body as a site of research, discovery, and creation. I can only imagine the numbers of times where Gladys had to advocate forcefully and clearly for a female-led, artistic, and seemingly amorphous discipline such as dance. Another colleague shared, Gladys was the first woman to be awarded the lifetime honor of Distinguished Professor. The significance of this achievement for other women, and especially women in the arts, was monumental. Her distinguished professorship is evidence of the caliber of her artistic and academic achievements. She inspired all of us to create authentic choreographic work, to pursue excellence in performance and scholarly pursuits, to advocate for the arts in all areas of our lives, and to insist that we bring our best selves to the work of our field. Another colleague noted, her own convictions about making art that is honest, rigorous, legible, it's all rooted in her own professional experience, working with many of the renowned artists of the 20th century. Gladys has not only inspired, taught, cajoled, championed hundreds of young artists and students, but she also did so for her colleagues and fellow cultural stewards. Some of Gladys's friends reached out to us and wanted to make sure that we conveyed the significance of Gladys's unwavering commitment on the local arts and dance scene. They noticed that Gladys has been a champion of the local dance and arts community for decades, having readily shared her time, expertise, and love for the arts with generations of youth who have grown up in the area, witnessing her teach, perform, cheer them on, share her love, and inspire students' visions for what is possible through the arts. Another close friend noted, her brutally honest critiques have continued to result in the high caliber work and the professional fervor among her former students. She has helped to cultivate a community, our community, that embraces and supports dance and the arts. And speaking of former students, boy, have we heard from students in mass numbers. Gladys. At 92, with a teaching career that spanned almost 7 decades, for someone who was still teaching dance composition just 4 years ago, her impact as a teacher is perhaps her greatest legacy. And we've heard from those students. And so what I thought I would do, as we read through all the communication, things that have been posted on social media, personal notes, text messages that we received, we wanted to represent the student's voice in the remarks today. So I literally cut and paste words that kept coming up over and over again as themes and even repeated words from student comments. And I made kind of a mosaic, an ode of gratitude to Gladys in students' own words. And I myself am fortunate to have been one of Gladys's students, and she remains one of my most significant and influential mentors. So from students, Gladys quite literally changed my life. She means the world to me. Her mentorship, her belief in me, her acceptance of who I was over the course of my 4 years had a profound impact on my artistic development as a performer, choreographer, and teacher. I learned so much from Gladys, not only from her challenging course content, but also from her palpable commitment to the art of dance. Gladys had an expression of excellence and character in every dimension of her teaching. She instilled a respect for process and curiosity in all endeavors. She encouraged us to question, to investigate, and pursue all available avenues in our movement research. She demanded your best work. In particular, her composition classes were remarkable for the rigor of critical discourse and collaboration she expected from and with her students. In addition to the uninhibited physical explorations of the body, Gladys had an unmatched and genuine ability to balance the academic focus with human kindness. She developed a positive rapport with her students and built an ethos of collaboration that cultivated community and intellectual risk-taking. She was generous with her knowledge, but equally plentiful with her praise. So many of us students have had the immense honor of sitting with Gladys, listening to her life stories, welcoming her critiques, experiencing her quick wit and humor, as you've all noticed today, which often served as a great equalizer, basking in her unmistakable and warm laughter, witnessing her hands raise and her face light up, when you knew she was about to share yet another idea or piece of feedback that would profoundly shift your thinking or your doing. And we have continued to experience her abiding affection and generosity. As her former students, we often ask ourselves questions like, how will we continue to honor Gladys and the gifts she has given so many? How do we revel in the history she created and remain agents of the powerful present that she has crafted? There is no doubt that Gladys could take credit for helping to create a national ethos and a precedence for how dancers are trained in academic institutions. However, as you have noticed, she would undoubtedly prefer to acknowledge and illuminate students and the responsibilities bestowed upon teachers, who she understood to have a long-lasting impact on their students' lives and their careers. In 1982, Gladys said, "Those of us who have chosen to work in this kind of academic setting have the capacity to exert influence upon developing minds and bodies. This influence must be positive, must be backed by knowledge and experience, and above all, be caring and concerned with the total growth of our students. An open exchange. She continued, an open exchange of ideas stimulates everyone and conveys a healthy respect for one's individual efforts and for our collective profession. Gladys's decades of innovative work and how she has impacted and imparted the history, integrity, and promise of the field of dance are unmistakable. And as her students and her former students, we recognize that as a professional dancer, transformative leader, and a generational steward of young dancers, Gladys has achieved global distinction. She has made significant contributions to our collective and our personal knowing of the kind of artists and people we want to be in this world. This prestigious honorary doctorate from Ohio University is indeed a well-earned and worthy honor for the beloved, the incomparable, the life-changing Gladys Bailin Stern. So part of what happens when recipients are granted an honorary degree, they get a very fancy, beautiful citation. I'm gonna hold it up. But the font is too small to read. So I'm going to pull out this. And as part of the official conferral, we read, and then we will do the official hooding ceremony to honor Dr. Gladys Bailin Stern. So let me get set up, because then I'm going to pass the mic. September 9th, 2022, honorary degree citation presented to Gladys Bailin Stern. As a professional dancer, you make significant contributions to 20th century modern dance in the United States. From 1953 to 1965, you were a founding member of the Alwyn Nicolai Dance Company. You originated many principal roles in the seminal works of the Alwyn Nicolai Company and contributed to his innovative, multidisciplinary repertory. You also choreographed solos and group work and taught at the school at Henry Street Playhouse. As a highly sought after and exquisite performer, you were renowned for your expressiveness, intelligence, and vivacity on stage. In addition to touring nationally and internationally with the Nicolai Company, you performed with esteemed choreographers Murray Lewis and Don Redlick. As a dancer for these companies for more than 2 decades, you impacted the rapidly expanding field of concert dance and cemented your substantial importance as a professional modern dancer in the field. You were also a groundbreaking choreographer in your own right, creating dozens of original works that received the support of numerous awards, grants, and honors, including commissions from the National Endowment for the Arts. You were instrumental in preserving the historic dance legacy by facilitating the donation of the Alwyn Nicolai and Murray Lewis Dance Collection to Ohio University. This prolific library collection, along with the personal donation of the Gladys Bailin Papers, has ensured that generations of students and scholars can continue to study American modern dance. You have also made significant contributions to the public understanding of dance as an art form by traveling extensively to speak with a variety of scholars, historians, and visionaries in the field. In recognition of your work, you have received prestigious honors, including the Ohio Dance Award for the Advancement of the Art Form in 2000, and the Alma Hawkins Award from the National Council of Dance Administrators in 2018. As a powerful and stalwart collaborator, you remain devoted to documenting and communicating the art form that you helped pioneer. As a visionary leader among dance administrators in higher education, your trailblazing work helped to define and advance the field of dance as a credible area of study. You were instrumental in the establishment of the national standards for dance, revolutionized the dance curriculum, and helped found the National Association of Schools of Dance, our field's accrediting body. Your leadership in dance education has left an indelible mark. Your wisdom, clarity, and honesty are woven into the very fabric of dance in higher education. As the first female distinguished professor at Ohio University and director emerita of the School of Dance, You continue to be esteemed for your unyielding generosity, creativity, and curiosity. You are a life-changing teacher and mentor. In your active teaching career that spanned almost 7 decades, you have served an extraordinary role in producing generations of dancers. It is rare that one individual has such a profound impact and forges opportunities in the lives of so many. Many generations of dancers have had the immense honor of studying with you and learning alongside you. Because of you, they have benefited from your pioneering work and now pay forward your dance legacy as they accept the awesome gift and responsibility to continue to lead, innovate, and transform the field, dancing boldly in your ever-present footsteps.
In recognition of your achievement and by virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Ohio University confers upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Fine Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Dr. Gladys Bailin Stern.
I'm overwhelmed. It's just more than I bargained for. I'm choked up. I was enjoying myself, and now I'm choked up. This is really an incredible honor, and I'm thrilled to see all of you here. I'm just thrilled to pieces my brother and my niece were able to come. And I'm just sorry my son is away. He's just too far away to be here. But anyhow, my 50 years in Athens was something I never expected. I first of all, I didn't expect to be here. I said to my husband, we'll be here for 3 years, see what it's like, and then we'll 50 years later, I'm still here, and I'm not sorry I made that decision because it's been pretty wonderful. It's been a wonderful community. I've met some fabulous people. I had a great time. And at 92, it's a nice thing to say because actually something happened today that really threw me for a loop. I got a call from a funeral association telling me I could get a discount. And I was so stunned I didn't know what to do. I figured, God, how prescient can people be? Anyhow, that was a very terrible morning, especially when I woke up. I didn't feel too good either. It is a very annoying thing. Yeah. Some people are very persistent. Anyhow, I can't thank you enough for coming and for this award. OU has been very special to me. I didn't know that. I didn't imagine it. You know, you can't really imagine your life, you know. Oh, God. Really. Yeah, I think one of the things that I've learned in my old age is that you can't really make expectations. And it's wonderful. Life is just full of surprises. Some are terrible, some are really great. And you wait for those wonderful moments that make it all worthwhile. And I don't know, I'm gonna get sentimental. I just never expected to stay here in this town. And it's just been my home, and I love being here. I love the students. I love what happens. I think this is a growth period from the time they finish high school. They're still adolescents, you're still an adolescent. And then I see that growth from freshman year to senior year, and it's just remarkable to see people just grow up before your eyes. And it's like the light bulbs go off, you know, those little cartoony things. And to see the beginnings of responsible people, isn't that an annoyance? I think it likes my hairspray. Anyhow, it's been a good run. I have enjoyed every moment of being here. I have a house I like, and now people do come to visit occasionally. It used to be, you know, like a 2-lane highway when I first came from Columbus to Athens. It used to take forever to get here, but now there's a highway. And it reduces the time. I used to complain that it took too long to get to the airport. That was the worst thing about Athens, because I traveled a great deal when I was able. And I'm very thankful for that, because I love food. And and I like different flavors, and I like different things, and I got to see a lot of the world, and it made it possible, because, you know, you're not teaching all the time, and you have money to spend, and you can go and do things, and those were things I treasured. I treasured the travels, I treasured the students, and I still do, and I stay in touch. There are people who still stay in touch with me, and I always answer. So if you write to me, you'll get an answer. Hello, Zelma. You're the new chair of the school. So pleased.
Yes, I am. And I'm also the person that tells people that there's food to enjoy. But before we do that, I have a story to tell you.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
You know that I'm always quiet, and I think during one of the workshops, I made a comment, and then at the end he said, "How come you don't speak more during these the workshops?" And so I don't have much to say. He said, "Stop it." He said, "Stop it." That's not true. That changed my life. It really did, because I thought, she's speaking to me. And I thought, well, why don't I speak more? And so then after that, I realized that just that conversation you had, it changed my life, and it helped me to find my voice. And I think one of the reasons why I'm standing here in front of you as the new director is because you helped me find my voice.
Some students have been very offended by my directness. They never say it that way. They say she's blunt. I mean, I never thought of it as blunt. It's direct. I just tell what I see and hear, and I tell the truth most of the time. Anyhow, I'm glad it helped you.
Yeah. But you know, I didn't take it that way because I'm also a New Yorker.
That's helped a lot.
So on that note, we thank you for coming, and we'd like you to enjoy some cake in celebration of Gladys, Dr. Gladys Bailin Stern.